Hello everyone, I'm Carol and I'm back to bring you another journal that I've just completed. This time the theme is coffee, tea, and mushrooms. Believe me, that was quite a challenge when I got that request, but I couldn't figure out how I was going to put the three together. But it seemed kind of impossible, but it really wasn't. It was, after all, kind of fun. So I think it turned out pretty good, and I'll just show you and see what you think about it. The journal is itself 5 3/4 by 8 3/4. The spine is 1 3/4 inches. I've added lace at the across on the spine, and this is silk. Underneath the digital pages, it is silk fabric. It is a soft cover, and I think it turned out really pretty with this particular kit. I have used, the main kit is from Victoria Designs, and I've used actually 3 kits. Victoria Designs, Artie Mae's her Time for Coffee, and a new Etsy store that's kind of new for me, Store for Fun, and I used their coffee and tea kit. And the Victoria Designs is also the Gorgeous Mushrooms kit that I've used. The closure is a elastic lace that I've tied in a bow. It comes off easily. We'll go inside, and I've used it's a scrapbook paper, a 12 by 12 that, of course, I've cut down and made pockets the same. It's like a dotted Swiss. It's a raised paper, and I thought it went really well with this particular journal. This is a Martha Stewart punch here that I've edged it with. These, I won't name each kit. I've already told you what they are. I'll leave the links below, but as I show, I'm not sure, I don't want to mix up something that came from the wrong kit. So, but you will see it all if you look up the kits. And this says cream, sugar, and cafe, and I have put stickles on those, and there are little writing spaces on the back. And I've cut out one of the digitals, one of the pages, the cup, and put that on top of another page that I've used and made a pocket out of it to put the cream, sugar, and cafe inside. And here is an old recipe. It's Gold Medal Coffee Leads the Field, and it talks about different types of coffee and percentages and that, and put that in there. And these are, again, cutouts from some of the pages. Coffee, I put a pocket there. There's a little tiny coffee pot and a cup that I cut out and stuck in those pockets. There's flatback gems here, mushrooms here. Here's another journaling card. Some of them I have lined, some of them I have not. I just backed with coffee dyed paper or left it the paper that it was printed on. These are pockets. This one is not a pocket here. This is a pocket. And here's writing space. And this is part of the kit. Here is vellum page. This is another coffee dyed paper for writing space that I put a doily on. There are about 104 pages in this journal and more than 40 journaling cards and tags in it. This is part of one of the kits, and I cut it down and made it into a shorter page. I backed it on the back and put a pocket from one of the kits. This is a Dollar Tree little flower sticker seam binding here. And there is a little tag. That one is lined. And another tag, and this one is not lined. So you can see I've tried to put variety in there for her to write whichever way or add notes. This is a lined page, digital. And here's another pocket. I've added these mushrooms. I've had these from a long time ago. I got them. I've had them on hand. K&K. They used to have paper and all kinds of products. I'm not even sure if they're around anymore, but I've had these and I was so glad to be able to use them because I hadn't done a project to really use them. I added lace here, trim. Here's another pocket, more writing space, more lined paper. And the other side of that, this is parchment paper that, and I do that parchment, what I have done is when I coffee dye my paper, I always lay it on parchment paper on the cookie sheet when I put it in the oven. And so I hate to throw those away because they turn out kind of nice with all the markings and that from the coffee. And so I just use it in my journals now. I cut it down to size. I won't take this out, but it's a coffee dyed paper for writing, and I tied a ribbon around it, seam binding. Flat back gems, little tiny ones there on this pocket that I've cut down. I've used one of the journal pages from this kit and cut it down, used the Martha Stewart punch on it, made it into a pocket, and I added lace and a little kind of rickracky type trim there. Here's another page that I've used, and this is a Tim Holtz, one of the die cut flowers from his Wildflower or whatever that's called. And I've added some little extra things and colored them with the crayons. And then I added not gauze, that, you know what that is. I can't think of the name of it. You're probably all yelling what it is. But then I added a little thing there, a coffee cup on a book. And here's another journaling card. And graph paper. And I love this graph paper because it's not the normal blue. It's kind of a beigey tone, and it worked perfect in this book. I had a whole book of it that I had forgotten about. Here's another one. This is from the Store for Fun coffee kit. And here's another journaling card that it's a scrap of the paper, the lined paper, and so I backed it and made it a journaling card, tied some string around it to give it a little bit more effect. Another one of those mushrooms. Here's one of the little corner tags. I've added lace and seam binding. Here is, I believe this is one of Artie Mae's. I love this. It's lace paper that she's done in a digital. And I made a little booklet so you can write on that. There's more lace here. You can write on the space here too. And this is the center of the first signature, and I have left it plain other than the lace because I just think that gives more writing space to write notes or pictures, whatever you want to add to that. And there's the other side. Here's part of that paper, and the other side is lined. More graph paper, the other side to that. This is a flip out, and I've added a tag here, made a lace pocket at the bottom, added the mushrooms here, and the lace here. This is also a pocket. Then you open it up, and here's kind of a private pocket. in this space and to put whatever. And you can write here. You can write on, there's lines on this pocket in Martha Stewart punch with some flat back gems and some tiny lace there. This is one of the background papers to the Victoria Design Kit. I made a belly band here, added trim on both sides, did a journaling card here, printed on both sides, lightly on one side so you can write, and that does go through there. I added one of the little cutouts from the kit here to add to the belly band. There's the other part of the parchment paper. And here's more lined paper for writing. Here is a pocket and lace here. I did not fill those pockets because it was already getting pretty full, and I thought she might want to add whatever she's going to do. She, I think, has a specific use for this journal, so that will work to add different things, whatever she has herself for that. And more lace there. Here is a lined page, and the other side is lined. Here's another pocket, and a pocket within a pocket. And I added the little bunny. Oh, those bunnies are from Mary Lou's Porch Swing Designs. And she has one kit, just all little bunnies, all different sizes. And so I use that quite often in some of my journals. So here is another little corner tuck spot, another one of those shorter pages, the other side of the other one. And this has the lined paper here. This is from Artie Mae's Time for Coffee kit, and here is a postcard, and I'm not sure which kit that is from. That might be one that I just had on hand. I'm not sure, but I thought it worked very well in there. Little trim here. Another tuck spot here. I've added trim. It's kind of a eyelet-like trim, or it's just little loops, looped trim. And here is a journaling card that can be written on both sides. The other side of the vellum. There's another pocket with a page that can be written on here. And another page with lines made into a pocket. There's just lots of space to store things in here. Here is another lined background page with lace at the top, and I made this. I had a little extra card, so I made that into a journaling card. Thought it fit in there pretty well. Well, originally it did. There it goes. And this is one of the journaling cards in one of the kits. I believe that's in the Artie Mae's kit, and I made that into a pocket. That is the first signature, and there's the lined paper. I add lace in the middle of each signature, so it just gives it a little more, it's just more pleasant to look at when opened. Here is another page from the Victoria Designs kit. Made it into a pocket, added double trim here. And another, the same here. This gives writing space, trimmed in lace, another pocket as well as here. I've added stickles on all of these to give it a little more interest. And this is another cutout from one of the kits. And I believe that is from the coffee kit of Victoria Designs. I've used two of Victoria Designs kits in here, in this book. And here's another background page printed on vellum. And in one of those kits, they had coffee punch cards, which I thought were just kind of perfect for this. So I put several of those in, and she can use them for whatever, either journaling cards or do something with them, creative. There's another tag from one of the kits, and that one is lined. And this is also the pocket here. It's a half page of one of the pages in the kit, and then I've topped it with this page, and then it's kind of like a ghost page because I printed two and then added that. And there's another pocket. Here is a pocket with another tag that is lined, and I won't take that completely out. Here's another part of the background paper. I've added another one of the little coffee pots for the from the Victoria Designs Coffee Time. And here is one of the pages that I've cut down and used as a partial page there. Another lined page, both sides, parchment paper. And here's a little a tag. I believe this was a page from one of the kits, and I cut this stenographer's pad out of it. It has the books and the little teapot on it, and then I made a tag that fit perfect inside. And here's another one that I've made a belly band. I've used coffee dyed paper and just taken some of the scraps that I had from some of the pages and made a belly band, added the time for coffee circle there, and that slips right off and can be used for extra writing space. And here's another pocket that I cut from one of the pages, made it into a pocket, put it on this gingham background paper, and did the lace here, more lined paper. And here is another larger half-page pocket there that I've added stickles to, sewn around. As you notice, I've sewn around all the pages in the book. I just think it makes it sturdier. And there is a journaling card for that. And here is more background paper. I've covered. This is a flip out again, and I have made this a pocket, and here's two tags here, a little ticket and then a little coffee ticket, and I had a little scrap and made a pocket here with a Martha Stewart punch at the top, put some little gemstones there, and here, or flatback gems, here's another pocket on this side. Space to write here, and there's a journaling card. More journaling cards and pockets here. I've tried to coordinate all the background pages throughout the book, and there's another page that I've printed out and made a pocket. And here's lace here, and there are 3 journaling cards here. Go into this pocket. Then more of the graph paper here, the other side of that. It is good for writing. And here's another, the Store for Fun Coffee and Tea Kit. That's another one of those pages, and the background page there. And here's another journaling card, and here's a little booklet that I made from scrap paper, and I think that was a postcard actually, and I folded it and made it into a booklet and slipped it right in there. And this is a page from one of the kits, and I cut it in half and made a pocket out of that because I liked that scene really well, the man and lady having tea or coffee at the table. And here is lace that I've used, and the flatback gems there. The center of the second signature. And here is some trim that I had that it almost resembles bows, but it's not bows. They're just little tassels hanging down. So on trim. And here's another journaling card that I made into a tag, sewn around it. There's another card that fits in there. That one is lined. Added lace at the bottom. More background paper that you could add pictures. You probably could write on that. Here is lined paper, more of the graph paper. And this is a little tablet. I took a little piece from the top of one of the pages, cut the teapot off, and made that as a topper for, and there's like, oh, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 or 5 pages here, maybe 4 or 5, I'm not sure, here that can be used for extra writing. I guess there's 4 there. And here's just another page, and I've made a pocket into that. More writing or lined paper. And there's another pocket. I believe that is from Artie Mays. And I put the lace at the bottom. It's a little postcard that is a journaling card. The background gingham paper here. And here's another page from one of the kits. And there is a postcard lined on the back, and that has the little teapot there and the books. And I've tied, I've taken twine and looped it up from the back and made a bow here so that it looks like the books are all tied up together on that page. And then there's the stickles on the rows, more parchment paper, lined paper. Here's the other side of that background paper, and there's more of those coffee punch cards. And a little pocket here that I've made. These are little roses that I had in my stash, or flowers that are kind of silky flowers that I thought went very well with this page. I really like the colors there. And I made that into a pocket also. This is an Artie Mays page, I believe, and I thought that fit really well as a pocket. I cut it down, of course. There's 2 journaling cards. And another background page on vellum. Here is another one of the pages from one of the kits, and there is a pocket here. And the other side is the pocket, and I've added a mushroom, and there's a little bunny down here, and I even put a little cottontail on the bunny. It's a little, and he's sitting under the toadstool there, or the mushroom. And there is another page that I've added stickles to, great for writing. I've added lace. There's another rabbit there. And here is the last page. And I've made that into a pocket, added, oh, I guess I didn't, I just added the lace there. And that brings us to the end. And this is an Artie Mays envelope, I believe. And I've added the letter that I always put in all of my journals, letter from the journal maker. And that goes here. And that completes this journal. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I stumbled through it. I haven't done a video in a while again, but I have about 3 more videos that are coming up that I have to do on completed journals, so you will be seeing me soon. One is a design team project for Chisame Rose, and then I have 2 more after that. No, 3 more after that, so I guess I have 4 more to do. I've been very busy making journals, but I've been very behind on making videos. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, put a like on it and subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you for taking the time to watch, and I will see you soon.